Mate with aces. Let's take a look how she behaves. I'm very, very curious on how she behaves with the aces. The hands. You see the hands? She's out of the main position, keeping both hands on the cards. And what did we learn? If you have something that is from value, you keep your hands close to your cards, right? You keep the value. You want to hold the value. So that's already the first indicator that we see here that this is a good hand. And you remember the main position of Marte was different. She had at least one hand on the thing here, and the other one was playing with the chips. This is the main position, exactly. This is the main position that I referred to. One hand here for stability, one action hand. But take a look, this is double speed. This is 2 times the speed. Take a look at how long she keeps her hands on the cards. This is the first indicator of strength. Do you see this? My alarm bells already ring. This is double the speed. Insanely long time, because you always go back to your main position. My alarm bells already like, blah, blah, blah. That's why I fold the 4s here. I mean, it's a free bet as well. It's a snap fold as well. I saw this and I'm like, because you have a sign of strength with the hands and then the free bet. Marius raises to 3.2. She raises to 9K. She's very committed now, very strong. You want to have the same sizings all the time. So if she goes 3x with other hands, then always go 3x or roughly 3x. So he calls now, which is more an indicator of not the best range. Board is horrible. Horrible board. Ooh, and Marte goes out of the main position. What does covering hands mean on a date? Most of you have a girlfriend. If someone has his hands on the table and someone gives his hands below the table, what does this mean? The hands are the most important tools we have. We do everything with our hands. Everything. Everything that you can imagine will be done with the hands. Without hands, you have a hard time doing basically everything. Yeah. So the hands are a very strong part of us. If we now start to bring the hands below the table, it shows that we are uncomfortable. Same goes for a date. If you're on a date with a beautiful girl and you cover your hands, or she covers her hands, that means you probably did something wrong and she's not that comfortable. So now let's replay what we just learned with this hand. She free bet, showed a huge sign of strength. Marius called. The board is horrible. She feels uncomfortable. So I give her a strong hand without a spade. Aces, kings, ace, king, suited, offsuit, ace, queen, suited, offsuit, without a spade. Like maybe pocket jacks, pocket tens, pocket queens, but without a spade. That's basically what I give her. So I think her range is very defined now. Good hand without a spade. She's completely out of her main position. We never saw this from her before. So very interesting behavior here. There's another sign that she doesn't feel that comfortable. You remember she was always looking at her opponent. This time she's like really focused on the board. Another sign of discomfort, right? If you on a date with a beautiful girl, maybe in the first minutes, you're like, hello. Like this, yeah? You don't want to look the other people in the eye, yeah? Could also be a sign that she doesn't want to scare him away, just to be transparent, to give you the full thing here, yeah? But with the hand below the table, it's probably that she's like 2 signs of uncomfortability. So let's take a look. Marius takes his time, which I like this a lot. Yeah? I'm not sure if he does this on purpose, but he takes his time. Mate remembers main position, goes back in the main position and starts to look at him. Exactly what I just said, right? That's the crazy thing here. You do so many things subconsciously. That's the most important thing that you need to understand. You do many things subconsciously. So you go out of the main position, you show that you feel uncomfortable, then you remember, wait a minute, main position, and then you go back to the main position. You see it? That's what I mean. Those are the little things that you need to understand and see when you want to be a successful live poker player. 5K into 21K. Small bet, easy call. I don't know if Marius saw this like being uncomfortable, but I like what he does. I like a lot this taking time and being super slow with the betting. Mate calls. Yes. Ui. Even worse. How does she behave? Check, check, check. The king. Block bet probably. Yeah. She likes the block bets. She also did a block bet against me, if you remember. Same movement, same behavior. I didn't watch this hand before, but I knew that she was giving a block bet. Just to give her credit as well, she made that block bet with a very strong hand before. So, do I like this call? It's one big blind, but do I like it? Raise is definitely an option. Call, I don't know. I like a raise or a fold, to be honest. It's just one big blind, Philip, but I mean, you know that you lose. What do you? Ace queen is the only hand that I can think of that I beat. And only ace queen without a spade, right? So because she free bets pre-flop, maybe ace 10 without a spade. I mean, it's not many combos. I can think of many combos that she can do this with. It's raise or fold. You see how I break it down logically? Because I got this question also last week from someone. Oh, do you always break hands down like this? Yes. Yes, you want to have a reason why you call. You want to think about logically why do I call and also with which combos. Which combos do I beat? Which combos do I lose against? And in this hand, it's quite clear that you don't beat much. So bluff or fold.